Welcome to part 3 of History of All the Robins. Parts 1 and 2 can be found in the links in the description. This episode, Tim Drake. Let's wind the clock back to, say, 1989. Jason Todd is still very dead, and Dick has grown into the disco king known as Nightwing. Reeling from the death of a complete tool known as Jason Todd, Bruce starts slipping and isn't acting like the Batman we know and love due to guilt. So, remember that quadruple somersault? No? Well, turns out Tim saw both Robin and P.P. Grayson do that cool-ass flip. So he deduced that Robin must be Genital Grayson, and Batman must be the rich dude who adopted him. Honestly, it doesn't seem that hard to figure out. I'm really surprised that it took some kid who was there the night the Flying Graysons died to be like, alright, so the guy who has the money,
I'm rich,
trauma, and chin to be Batman is totally Batman. But, you know, whatever, I digress. After realizing that Batman was being more reckless and violent than usual, Tim decides he needs a new Robin in order to keep Bruce in line. Armed with the knowledge of Batman and the former Robin's secret identities, Tim shows up to Wayne Manor and tries to convince Dick to become Robin again. Dick refuses, arguing that he's outgrown the old green Speedo. So Dick takes Tim, a complete stranger that knows his and Bruce's secret identities, into the Batcave, then suits up as Nightwing in front of him, then leaves to go help Bruce defeat Two-Face. Soon after, Tim decides that he can't just stand idly by while Dick and Bruce risk their lives. So Tim dons Jason's old Robin costume, in extremely poor taste might I add, and ends up saving Batman and Nightwing and helping them defeat Two-Face. Bruce then decides to make this kid he's never met the new Robin. After heavy convincing, of course, considering the last Robin... yeah. If Tim wanted to be Robin so bad, he should have just stolen some tires. I hear that one works like a charm. But hey, at least Tim got rid of those awful booty shorts. Tim set the standard for what it meant to be Robin, going as far as to star in the first ever Robin solo series. Good job, Tim. Now brace yourselves. This is gonna sound like a tangent, but I promise we only do that on the podcast. So in a weird Grant Morrison story called Final Crisis, Batman gets killed by Darkseid's Omega Section, except it doesn't actually kill him, it sends him back in time, and I don't have time to get into it. All you need to know is that Batman is out of the picture. So, Jason Todd, freshly punched back to life, uses this as an opportunity to become a gun-toting version of the Caped Crusader. Needless to say that Tim isn't a fan, so he dons a bat suit to take on Jason and he gets stabbed. So Dick Grayson dons another bat suit with Bruce's biological son Damian Wayne by his side, proceeding to defeat Jason and save Tim. Tim, realizing that death hasn't mattered in comics since the 90s, thinks that Bruce is still alive and decides to go look for him. Dick officially becomes the new Batman, with Bruce's brat of a son as his Robin. Dick saw Tim as an equal, not a sidekick, so on his quest and search for Bruce, Tim Drake goes from Robin to Red Robin.
Yum.
Wow, what a radically different, unique, and delicious name. Tim would go on to join several different versions of the Teen Titans and other teams like Young Justice and kinda just does his thing. His thing being capturing the hearts of millions and becoming most people's favorite Robin. And come back next time as we talk about the current and final Robin, Damian Wayne.
What about Stephanie Brown?
Who?